Hello all. I hope you guys are having a good day or evening whenever you're watching this video. I just wanted to get on here and give you an update on my taper. I'm doing very well, much better than I expected from when I first started the process, and just from watching the horror videos out there, and not to take away from anybody that has gone through that, and I'm going through it, so I can identify from where they're coming from, and it can be pretty horrific if it's not done correctly. And I'm not saying it's easy by any means, but definitely doable. So I've been doing the Ashton method for 8 months now, and I started at the equivalent of 80 milligrams of Valium, and we cross-tapered over to well, I was on Xanax, and we cross-tapered over to Valium, so I was on the equivalent of 80 milligrams of Valium, and now I am down to 19 milligrams of Valium. The Xanax, I haven't taken Xanax in months, and I'm doing very well. Instead of taking my medication 4 times a day, we've got it down to 3 times a day, and every 2 weeks. Right now the drops are only 1 milligram, and believe it or not, you do feel it. Your body definitely feels the drop, your brain feels the drop, but knowing what it is, and just accepting that it's going to feel a little funky for a little bit, it gets you through it, and I just want to give everybody that's going through this, I want to give them hope, and I want to take the fear out of it. Don't be afraid. Have faith. Put your faith over the fear, and you will do well. You're stronger than you think you are. If I can do this process, anybody can do this process, but I highly recommend finding a psych doctor that will let you lead the taper, of course with their expertise, but a lot of the times the patients are having to teach the psych doctors and other doctors how to actually taper someone down from Xanax. So I have mentioned in previous videos, I found an amazing psych doctor, and I couldn't have gotten this far without her. And she reminds me all the time that I'm, she's called me her hero, and that makes me feel really good. And I like that she was willing. I brought the Ashton manual to her, and I asked her if we could do it, and she's like, absolutely. And we've just followed it step by step, and it has made this taper, I don't want to say easy, because I don't want anyone to think you're going into this and it's going to be easy, but it's doable. I'm still able to work. I've not missed any work because of the taper. I am very careful of, I make sure that I exercise regularly, even if you're tired, even if you don't want to, even if depression's kicking in, just getting up and going for a walk, or even walking in your living room. Leslie Samsung has a lot of good videos that you can do walks at home. I believe that physical activity and exercising, lifting weights, cardio, all of that is going to help rebuild your brain, because of the oxygen flow and the blood flow, and it's just all over good for depression. It helps tremendously, even if you don't want to do it. It's like, I don't want to take a shower, but you do. And the hardest part about exercising while doing a taper, or really basically anytime, is just starting. Once you start, and you do it, and you need to commit 10 minutes, be like, I'm just going to do 10 minutes. I'm going to do 10 minutes today and just stick to that. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to want to go longer than that, because that anxiety that builds up, it does get released when you do physical activity. And coloring books help a lot. Writing helps a lot. My boyfriend got me an old Nintendo DS, which was a lifesaver, because like you get lost in this little world, and it helps pass the time and keep your mind busy, keeps it from putting you into a spiral. And if you can stay out of that spiral, if you can stay out of that that anxiety loop, you do really, really well. And I just wanted to get on here and give people hope. I'm 8 months in, and I am down to 19 milligrams, and we're just going to keep going. And pretty soon, before I know it, I don't think about long time from now. I think about today, what my dosage is today, and I just follow it and I do it. And that's how I've done it each week, every 2 weeks, with the drops. And I don't think about, oh, I gotta drop soon. It's not like that. It's okay, so this is this section, and that's that section. And then before I knew it, it had been 8 months, and I'm doing incredibly well. And I didn't know how well someone could do, because the only other videos that I've seen out there are people terrified and telling horror stories, and I'm sure that that's the way they felt, and that's a horrible way to feel. I before I started my taper, I was in a 4-month long panic attack, and it was very, very hard. And thinking that that's the way I was going to stay, really, you do start to have thoughts that aren't of yourself. It's not normal thoughts that you really on your own would never think about. Trigger warning, suicidal ideation. And you do sometimes in the beginning. I haven't had those thoughts in quite some time. In the very beginning, it was tough, and I knew it wasn't me doing it. It was my brain reacting to being without a medication that basically killed my GABA receptors. And I do think that I am healing as I come off of them. I don't think that the healing starts once you stop taking them. I think the healing starts once you start the drops. And if you do it right, if you have a doctor that will help you follow the Ashton Manual, I think your brain heals as you come down, but you also have to do things to help it. A lot of fresh fruit. I don't really like vegetables a whole lot, but I do eat a lot of fresh fruit. And I do drink protein shakes just to make sure I get enough protein. I don't eat a lot of meat. And that's not because I don't like meat. It's just because I live alone and I don't cook. So, and it's easy for work, So, I'll have some strawberries and a protein shake for breakfast, and then, like a low carb wrap for lunch, and then just snack on fruit throughout the day. And that'll really help your brain just function better. Also, I do have a video, one of my previous videos, of what supplements I take to help me sleep. And they're natural supplements, and supplements that help you rebuild your GABA receptors and regulate your glutamate, and things like that. So that's a good video if you wanted to check that out. and I'm still taking those. I haven't had any reactions to any supplements. I know some people have said that they take a supplement and they have a really horrible reaction to it, and they automatically blame it on the fact that they're coming off of benzos. And I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think a lot of it is fear-based, and it's like the placebo thing. You know, if somebody says this is going to happen if you do this, then it gets in your brain like, this is going to happen to me if I do this. And that's not necessarily the case. I have had 0 reactions to foods. My stomach is fine. I've seen other videos where people say that it messes up their stomach really bad. I haven't had any issues with stomach issues. I do take a probiotic, which is in one of my other videos. But I don't think you should fear supplements. Be careful and take good ones that are good quality. But don't be afraid to take supplements that will help your brain regrow and function the way it's supposed to. And just stay strong and take it day by day. Sometimes you got to take it minute by minute, and that's perfectly fine. You just do what you can do, and you'll make it through this. I have no doubt. I have 100% faith that if I can make it, then everyone else can make it. But it does help to have an incredible psych doctor, somebody that believes you and listens to you and sympathizes with you and understands what you're going through. And by us, the patients, teaching the medical people, we're teaching them, and in turn we're helping other people. Because now if someone else goes to my psych doctor saying, I need to come off of these meds, she has seen it and she knows that it works. And it makes me very happy and very proud to be able to share some of the knowledge and the wisdom that I've gained from going through this benzo taper. I do have quite some time to go, but going from 80 milligrams down to 19, and I've had anxiety, but I haven't had an anxiety attack, and I have not had a panic attack since starting the taper. So that's 8 months of, I still get anxiety, but I haven't had a panic attack or an anxiety attack whatsoever through this taper. So I really want to give you guys hope. I want to give you hope. And just always remember, faith over fear, because faith is so much stronger. All right. I love you guys, and I'm praying for you, and you can get through this. People do recover from benzo injury, and I'll keep leaving videos and celebrate. I don't know how I'll celebrate once I'm completely off, but I feel good, and I'm very, very hopeful. I'm not afraid because I have my faith. No fear, all faith. I got this. I've got it. I'm doing it. And if I can do it, you can. All right. I love you guys. Remember, faith over fear.